Hello, it's Charlotte, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. In today's video, we are going to be talking about SEO on a sales page on your Squarespace website. So I'm going to give you 3 examples on my own website for different types of sales pages, and you can see how that applies to you and the type of sales page that you're doing. But in this video, we are going to cover examples of a digital product, a ongoing service, like an evergreen service, one that is available for someone at all times. And then the third one is going to be maybe a service or product that has like an open close or more of like a launch type thing. Okay. So if any of those types of sales page make sense for you, whether again, it is for a digital product or a service, it could be also relevant for like a program or a course or an event or anything like that, then we're going to be talking about that from an SEO point of view in this video. So without further ado, let's dive right on in. I'm going to give you some examples again from my own website. So let me share my screen. Okay, excellent. And before we begin, I wanted to let you know that I have a free Squarespace SEO checklist, and I'm going to leave a link for it down below so that you can grab a copy of that. And this Squarespace SEO checklist is going to be really helpful for you, whether you are a complete beginner at Squarespace SEO, you're just trying it out for the very first time, you have no idea what you're doing and you want someone to point you in the right direction. Or maybe if you've been at this a little while and you want to make sure that you haven't missed anything or forgotten something important, then this Squarespace SEO checklist will make sure that you are all set on both of those counts. So again, whether you're a complete beginner at Squarespace SEO or you're more like intermediate or established, I guess, then this Squarespace SEO checklist will help you out. And you can grab a copy of it down below and thank me later once you've gone through it. So now let's go ahead and talk about some examples of SEO for sales pages on your Squarespace website. Again, I'm going to give you 3 examples. And the first one we're going to begin with is for a digital product. So this here is a digital product that I sell on my Squarespace website. It's my website growth tracker. Okay. And basically what it is it's some spreadsheet templates, as you can see, that help you to track not only your website, but your business growth. So there's a bunch of different like metrics that you would track and like blah, blah, blah. Okay. But what I've done here from an SEO point of view is, as you can see, just first of all, like if I just skim right on over it, the biggest thing that you can see is that this is a long form content sales page, meaning I didn't literally just like blast up a tiny little mock-up image and then a buy now button, right? And the reason for that is that I know a lot of times people are going to Google and they're typing in like track my website stats or track growth of Squarespace website or something. And so if they're doing those type of online searches and I want them to find my product and like hopefully buy it, then I need to lean into long form content so that Google thinks, hey, this page is really important and relevant and worth showing up in an online search result. So you can see here, even from just a structural point of view, I've given this page some headers like H1, I think that's maybe an H2 or H3. I've got a good combination of visuals, whether we're talking about a video or various images, which again, all these images are named for SEO. So they're really like well optimized there. And then I also have lots of content, right? And I'm really explaining not only to Google, but also to the potential client itself, like what is this spreadsheet template, right? Like what is this digital product? What are you going to, what are the different sections in it? What do you track? What's the info? What does it look like? Blah, 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 right? And so now with this, it's a much, talks about like the file format, testimonials, final thoughts, whatever kind of thing. And so you can see here that this is so much better from an SEO point of view than like here, where I just have like a very quick overview of the product to actually like purchase, right? So in this case, it's just like a small little bit of info. It's not really like optimized, but this is where you actually like purchase it. So you see how, again, creating a sales page, even for just a simple digital product, can make it much better to show up in an online search. So I want you to think about, again, not only structuring that page in a way that gives Google some prompts, whether it's through the header, the long form text, the images, maybe a video or something, but also to give the potential client all the information they need in order to make a purchasing decision. So that if you do SEO properly, then this page, the sales page, will show up in the online search results. And then once people see it, they'll be more likely to actually purchase said product or service, okay? So there's the first example that I wanted to walk you guys through is a sales page for a digital product. But let's carry on now. And now I'll give you an example for another one, which is a service, right? So remember, before we talked about a product, now we're going to talk about a service. So let's go here to my services page for one of my main services, which is my Squarespace SEO audit and consultings. Okay. And this sales page here, like I said, the goal of this page is to tell people everything they need to know about this service. Oh my God, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like getting tongue-tied. Let's start this again. The goal of this page is to tell a potential client everything they need to know about this service, but also do it in a way that Google is like, wow, this is helpful and valuable. Let's return it in an online search. And so if I build the page with SEO in mind, so that this page not only shows up higher in online search results, but then also gives the potential person who now has exposure to it all the information they need about the service to make a purchasing decision, that I'm kind of like hitting it on both accounts. So this page for me does really, really well from an SEO point of view. If people go to Google and they're like, help with Squarespace SEO, or get an expert for Squarespace SEO, or expert to look at SEO on my Squarespace website, or like anything like that, then this page shows up really well, which means that I have structured this page very solidly from an SEO point of view, but then also too, I'm taking advantage of all that traffic to the page and actually converting it into clients. So let's break this down a little bit and see some of the aspects of like, what am I doing to make this sales page optimized for SEO? So obviously as you can see, I'm giving it some like good solid headers. Lots of long form text. I have some images, even though you might be like, it's hard to do an image of a service. Like, be creative, my friend. You can do something, right? So I have lots of information. I have a bunch of like testimonials for it, which is great. You can even just see that this is like a really long page. And remember, Google loves long form content. And I think I have a blog post up above that I'll link to that like talks again about the importance of long form content again. But you can see that I'm saying like, it's right for you if, and like giving them lots of information. Like, here's the structure, here's what's going done, here's what's included, like, to get in touch, like fill out this contact form, blah, 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 right? So again, I'm really giving Google so much information, not only about like what it is, who it's for, the type of clients I work with, the work that falls in the scope of this service, all that sort of thing, right? And so again, now this services page can do really well in SEO, which means it will show up higher in online search results. And then also, because I've done the long form content that gives someone all the information they need to make a purchasing or an inquiry decision, this page will also convert well, okay? So that's the second example I wanted to show you. Now let's talk about SEO, the third section, which is SEO on a sales page that maybe is for more of like an open and close product or service, or something that you're doing a launch for, or an event, okay? Let's go through that. So for example, let's go here on the back end of my Squarespace website, and I'm going to go to pages. I'm going to show you here. Oh God, here comes the sun. I'll be blind in a second. So if I scroll down here, let me see, to top Squarespace SEO. Okay, so just for the purpose of this video. So if you guys want to know, Top Squarespace SEO is my signature online program, okay? It is like everything you need to know about Squarespace SEO. It's like a done with you program. It's my beloved. Everyone loves Top Squarespace SEO. It's great. But this program is only it's an open and close launch thing, meaning that it is not available for anyone to just join at their whim year round. It means a couple times a year, I open the doors, we have an enrollment period, and then it like closes. So this page, if we think about that and the type of sales page it is, this page is not really one I'm necessarily intending to optimize for SEO. Like it's a great page, it's really long form content, it's a wonderful like sales page, all that stuff. But because of the nature of this sales page, again, open and close launch, SEO isn't my primary consideration for it. Because again, I don't want this page to always be a page that's live on my website, and I don't want it to be something that shows up all the time, because again, a lot of the time it is not open for enrollment, right? It's only a few times a year. And so because of that, maybe with this page, I would not be prioritizing filling out like the SEO description field. And I mean, because like I'm a Squarespace SEO expert, like obviously I've optimized all the images and stuff because that's just like who I am, and I'm using like headers and titles and stuff. But again, in this type of sales page for an open and close product, something that's not available all the time, maybe a limited time service or something, then you don't need to be quite as concerned with SEO, because it's not a page that you need to rank all of the time, because again, it just like, given the nature of this particular product or service, it's not available always. So there's no point in having it show up in search results all the time, because people can't buy it all the time and the page won't even be enabled all the time. So anyways, there we go. We've now covered 3 different types of sales pages, whether we're talking about examples of digital products or an evergreen service or an open and close limited time like launch, whether it's for, again, a product or a service, whatever. There you go. Now there's some things to consider on SEO. But if I had to break it down, again, I would say don't forget to fill out the SEO description for those pages, especially if they're going to be more evergreen. So fill out the SEO description, make sure you're using titles, proper titles, long form content, good images and videos, and also really lean into that long form content that gives not only the potential client or customer everything they need to know about the product or service to make a purchasing decision, or also to give Google all the information it needs to say, hey, this sales page is amazing. We're going to return it in a search result because we think it's really valuable for the type of query that someone's making. So there you go. I hope that is helpful. If you want to learn more about sales and services pages, I have a few other videos here on my YouTube channel that cover those topics. So just take a look at those. And if you browse as well, my YouTube channel or my website, my blog, I have lots more content all about Squarespace SEO, like obviously, and web design and development, online marketing and business. So take a look at those too. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Grab a copy of the Squarespace SEO checklist. I know you're going to love it. And that's it for now. I will see you again soon in the next video. Bye.